concept that a relationship between two males is what's considered gay, fair enough. But to me, I'm just saying, a man getting pegged, bro, that's like...
So I think the way your stance is, any effeminate act done on a man, by your views of what effeminate acts are, is gay.
I guess you could define it however you please.
Well, I'm trying to define it in a way that the way you're stating it.
By the way,
you brought it up, so
I didn't bring it up.
It was a topic of concern for you because
it wasn't a topic. I saw something on my phone just before we hit record, and I said it out loud.
You could have kept scrolling,
bro. It was alerting, but anyways,
you read it and you were like, "This is interesting enough that not only did you read it and have it processed in your mind, but you thought, I got to bring this to the boys."
No, I just read it out loud, not realizing that it was recorded, and you, being who you are...
That's a lie, because I asked Tyler straight up, are we recording? And he said yes.
I did not hear, and I was like, yo, I literally said, like, yo, did you... Torm Ford just said this, and I was like, oh, shit, that's kind of gay. But I'm just saying, bro, so let's move on. This is the end-of-year episode.
I know it's a roundup episode, but I love that you brought it up because... You know, it's good to have these type of conversations. It's good to understand how our minds work and the way we see things. Because, look, I'm sure there's people that are listening that heard what you said and they 100% agree with you and think I'm crazy. There's people who heard what I said and think you're out of your mind and I'm on point.
That's cool.
And that is perfectly fine because we need to have these conversations because we got to open up the dynamics of how relationships
work. Keep your foot down on the fucking ground, bro.
You're my God. It's a wrap-up episode, my friends. Stop freaking out about the feet or they will make appearances.
Bro, relax.
All right. Guys, it has been an incredible, fun, exhausting, stressful at times, but overall great year.
Hey, we survived.
You were listening to this on December 31st, New Year's Eve. If you are, actually. I hope you are. Because it'll feel that much more of... right on time. If you listen to it afterwards, well then, happy belated New Year. To the people listening on time, the New Year's on the way. It's gonna be fucking sick. Gonna get fucking lit. The song that's playing that you guys can't hear right now is literally like the perfect get lit song. Good old Post Malone.
Right.
So let's start. Well, let's get into. Because we can't say let's start. We already started.
You started, but anyways, let's go ahead.
How was your week? Matter of fact, how was your year? And how was your mental health throughout the year, man? Let's get into it.
I mean, you can start.
I'm asking you the question, Jamali. Let's go.
Oh, it's going to be a long episode. I mean, it is what it is, man. It was a beautiful year. I'm happy I survived. Made some progression. Made some regressions. But overall, I think it was a progressive year for me. I think, on a serious note, I think whatever I set forth to accomplish, I think I accomplished most of it, if not all. And in some ways surpassed, where I'm at right now in terms of career. I thought I wouldn't, I didn't know what I was going to do come January, at that point, but I knew I was going to be in that field. And to know that I'm working towards something that was just an idea 12 months ago, I mean, it's good. So, mentally you go up. There's ups and downs, and it's just about staying focused and try to keep a level head as much as you possibly can. There's a lot of things that happen that's out of your control. You just accept it, and things you can change, you work and change it. That's my policy.
I will say this for you. Like, I remember when you were coming to like the tail end of your schooling, and just knowing how like you were grinding it out because you were dealing with work shit that was stressing you out, but at the same time you were dealing with the fact that you had like exams coming up and everything that was stressing you out, and knowing like you were really just pushing and just reminding you, like, fucking man, like, just get it done.
Yep.
Do your studying. With the job, if you can't deal with it, try to find something new, and if you can, then fuck that other place, get the fuck out of there. But the most important thing would be just like focus on the schooling, focus on the studying, and you did that, and you finished it, you passed all your shit, and you graduated, which was like, to me, like, I love seeing like people I know making those accomplishments, hitting those milestones, because a lot of times, like, we take it for granted how easy it is to get in, but how hard it is to finish.
Oh yeah, I think finishing is harder than anything else.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, and I just remember, like, even like judging your process based on like what I went through, and knowing like I had times where like I literally like took a semester off, where there was a time where I literally felt like I was having mental breakdowns and
Yep.
had to get a therapist just to like help me get through like the tail end of my shit.
Been there too. Yep.
You know, like I know there's genuine struggles that happen when you're dealing with working Monday to Friday on a full-time gig, going to school at night, studying every hour that you're not either working or in class
or on the bus traveling.
yeah,
back
you
and
know,
forth
and
too.
like
Yeah.
knowing that these were like the trials that you were going through, but just reminding you like, yeah, man, like just grind it out. It sucks, but do whatever you got to do to get through it. And you did that. And now you're done school.
Well,
You're
for
also,
now.
well, if you decide to do graduate or anything like that, like it's still an option that's available. But even on top of that, like you're in a position where you're going to get a great job. So the fruits of your labor are showing. And like that's something that like I'm really happy that happened for you this year.
I respect you for that. After you put your feet next to me, I'll let you slide. Yeah, I'll let you slide.
Yo,
just keep
you know, I just gotta fuck with your head a couple times, man. That's all it is.
You guys are crazy.
But yeah, for myself, man, like I remember coming into 2018 after like 2 years of, well, not 2 years, because I had finished school either like mid to like third quarter of 2016, and during that time, I was really just like, I had a lot of shit happen as far as like family shit went down, like relationship falling apart went down. Like there was a lot of little things that had happened where I was just like, you know what, like I'm going to take some time for just discovering myself, figuring out what I want to do and enjoying myself. And during that time, I really just had a stretch where it was just about rebuilding who I am as a person, you know? And during that time is when I had approached Jason and was like, look, I think it's time to like start a podcast.
Right.
You know? Like I think we hit it a bit more professional minded, like we take it a bit more seriously, and we do it better than we did it before, but with the same idea of it's loose, it's fun. Like we don't take ourselves so seriously, but at the same time, the serious things we need to talk about, we approach it with some care and some concern.
Right.
And leading into 2018, that was like the main focus for us. On top of the fact of a lot of things that was happening with like family's health and things of that nature, which I've mentioned on the podcast before. But overall, it was just a matter of understanding, like, I wanted career to be something that I took a bit more seriously. Even with my 9-to-5 job, you know, like I kind of like stepped up a bit, you know, became like team leader in certain positions, and then in other positions got pay raises and just put myself in a place where it's like I'm a guy who's being noticed for more than just showing up, doing what I got to do and leave, you know?
Exactly.
And in all aspects of career, that was mainly the focus for 2018. And I feel like as much as I wanted more, what I accomplished, I'm very proud of, because I wouldn't have gotten that unless I took the time to really make it a moment and an objective, you know? So for that, I feel like 2018 was an accomplishment.
Oh, definitely. I think anybody who survived it, it's a clean start.
Yeah.
So even if you didn't get what you wanted to accomplish, revise, see where you went wrong. You know what I mean? What decision you made.
Well, that's the thing, because it's not even to say like I didn't accomplish. It's like it's more of I'm always a person who, once I hit a goal, I already have 2 more goals that are ahead. So it's like the goal I hit, I'll appreciate it for like 5 seconds, and it's like, all right, this is next. You know, so I'm always looking ahead, like constantly looking ahead, and I felt like as we've come to this position with the podcast, I'm already looking for like what's next with the podcast. And then like when it comes to work, once I hit those milestones of work, I'm like, okay, what's next with work? Like, what can I do? And if I ever feel like I hit a point where it's like I can't figure out what's next to do, then I got to figure out if this is the right thing, or if there's something more.
Right.
So for the fact that like with the podcast, there's still more to do.
Absolutely.
At work, I still have more to do. I'm happy that I'm in that position because it keeps me working. It keeps me focused. It keeps me being like, all right, I got to grab the next thing. Like I got this, but there's more to come. And I say that because I'm hoping our listeners have that, or at least adopt that mentality.
Right.
Of no matter where you are, like, you always got to be, what's next? Like, what's the ambition?
Right.
You know? Because a lot of times we'll go through a whole year where we're so comfortable in where we're at and what we're doing that we don't realize that we've plateaued.
Right.
Which is like I never want to plateau.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, for me, I always say one thing: success is not a destination; it's a journey. And sometimes that journey has ups and downs, and a lot of things that are out of your control. Like, even you saying you didn't accomplish a lot, I don't think you set forth this year envisioning that you would have to deal with all, like, the family health issues that you've been going through. So, and even then, I don't even know if you knew how capable you were to handle these things.
No,
so that's in its way. It's also an accomplishment.
I learned a lot about my ability to deal with hard choices.
Right.
And situations where the things you decide to do, like the stances you decide to take, not only affect myself and the direct person involved, but people that are adjacent as well.
Right, of course.
And yeah, when it came to like those family concerns where, you know, like I've told you guys before, like my grandparents, they've been dealing with a lot of health issues, and I've been doing my best to accommodate them with everything that they're going through. And, you know, like there were times where legit I would have to wear the mask of, I'm not your grandson. I'm here as somebody who wants you to get better.
Right.
So I'm going to have to be mean to you. I'm going to have to be forceful. Because I know you're struggling because of fear, whereas I'm trying to help you out of hope.
Right.
You know, and a lot of times, like, I take that position because I'm more of like a tough love type of person. Like, I've always been that way. Like whether it's me towards someone or someone towards me, I always, like, let's say I'm training, I prefer somebody look at me and be like, you're acting like a little bitch right now. Pick up those weights and get lifting, over someone who's like, no, we're going to get there. Like, no, don't coddle me. I don't need that. Like, I need somebody who's going to like yell at me and tell me I ain't shit, you know? But at the same time, like, I know I can't be that way towards other people because that's not the same motivation they need.
Right.
So it took a lot of learning what I need to be for them in order to help them. And once I figured that out, I was able to like grow in a position of, this is how I can accommodate you the best. And yeah, like, I learned a lot in that sense of like my mental fortitude and what I'm capable of doing in that sense.
No, most definitely. I mean, overall, it's a successful year. I mean, obviously, it could always be better, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, until I win that Maximilians, or
that might be your worst year ever.
Dude, I'm disappearing.
Your worst year ever.
Me and my family are out.
Where are you gonna go?
Don't worry about it.
You're not gonna be on social media?
Let me tell you right now, I have a plan. Me and my sister, like, we have a plan for what we're gonna do with the family if anybody ever wins like the lotto. We legit have a plan.
Hey man. Good luck.
I'm telling you right now, look, the podcast will still happen.
How?
Don't worry about it.
I'm not coming on your trip, bro.
What I'm saying is, I'm not gonna forget the ones that were with me. You know what I mean?
You're gonna turn Hollywood.
I'm definitely turning Hollywood. But I'm not gonna forget the ones who were with me.
I wouldn't want to win. I played a lottery
where
for the
I
fun
go,
of
y'all
it.
go.
But I'd be nervous if I was to win the entire amount. I don't know.
Your whole life changes in an instant.
Bro, I'm not even gonna accept that money for a good year.
What?
Bro, I'll get nervous as hell.
I want it right away so I can just watch it sit in my bank account. What do you mean?
Nah, fam.
I would be afraid to touch it.
Nah, bro, I don't want that. I'll be afraid to like people even knowing.
Like let's
I won
say it's
that.
like Lotto Max and it's like 65 M's.
Bro, like
Yo, imagine you win 65 M's and it's just in your bank account, and you like pull up your app, or like you pull your app, you just sit there and it's like, them M's are in your bank account. You ain't even touching them, but they're there. You know how beautiful that would feel?
You know how stressful that is? Yo, I would shit myself.
Dude, I would take a walk down the street just like, Jesus. You know, just like every block just Yo, them M's is there.
I'll be nervous.
But yeah, like that's a far cry away. Like that's
Hey, you never know. It could
you
be
never
tonight.
know, but at the same time, it's like it's 1 and 1.
Isn't it like tonight the draw?
Oh, I didn't even play today.
What is it? 65? It should be up
no,
there.
I think it's 38.
Oh, someone won last week?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy, man.
Yeah,
He's walking down the street right
He
now.
walking
Like, yo,
God damn it, the M's is there. But yo, you gotta get that shit right away, cause yo, you can't take no chances of you got the winning ticket and you're stressed out to like actually claim your cash, and then you fucking die.
I don't know, man. Like,
Cause yo, at the very least, if it's in my account, and I don't know about you, but like I have my shit set up that like if anything happens to me, it's my parents, and if my parents die, it's my siblings.
Yeah, right. No.
So at the very least, I know, yo, my sister and my nieces, they are bomb.
No, but they still like they would have access to the ticket.
But no, I'm saying like in the case of, let's say you bought it on your phone.
Nah, but I don't do them digital stuff. You know I'm old school.
But I'm just saying like, and if let's say it's on your ticket, but who knows how you pass? They can't find the ticket.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like you got to think in terms of what if I win and I'm holding out and cashing out? Like why?
Bro, I'll be on the next thing.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I don't care what is happening. If I know I got the win, the first place I'm going is Law Quebec. Like, yo, cut the check.
How
right
long
now.
do you think to get deposited into your account?
Yo, it better be 3 business days, my guy. Cut the check.
Yo, I'm telling you straight up.
And I want it all. Don't give me no payment plan. No, I want it all one shot. Let's go.
I'll be on the next thing smoking, bro.
I don't even know how we got to here, but yo, I mean, hey, right now I might run to get a ticket.
Yeah.
Do we got time? Nah, we got 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not with it.
Screw that. We don't got time.
Nah.
So should we wrap up the year?
Hey, might as well.
Where do we start? Where do we start in wrapping up the year?
Start with music.
Music.
Highs and lows.
Highs and lows. Yo. Some highs were the controversies.
What, Pusha-T and Drake?
Pusha-T and Drake, Nicki and Cardi B, Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly. Everything that happened to our favorite rainbow-haired guy, 6ix9ine.
The Carters.
Carter. You know I love the Carters.
J. Cole. Was J. Cole album this year? No, right?
Yeah, J. Cole's album was this year. J. Cole was this year. Who else was this year? Black was this year. Yeah. Oh, there was actually a lot
of good
music. Like every week, I felt there was at the very least 3 new albums that came out since like the beginning of January, which is insane. And it's funny because like recently I wrote like a small little article for my boy Julian, who's a part of the Up For Network, which we're gonna be a part of soon, but yeah, I'll keep it on the low. And yeah, like on that, I talked about how one of my favorite albums of the year was November by Sir, because it literally came out 2018 January, and for the full year, and like you know me, we're both R&B heads,
right.
And like that was like, I won't say a new age R&B, but it was R&B with like the new feel of like this new generation, but it had like that jazz tone, that old school feel, and like it's like 32 minutes long, but I'm telling you, like at least 3 times a month, I was like banging that shit.
Funny enough, you mentioned that. My little off. Well, it's not really off. It's still on the high. Jacquees, man. Yo,
we can talk about this again.
Yo, honestly, he is the king. Like he's the king R&B of this generation. Like Chris Brown's not in this generation.
I can't give him that.
No, but hold on.
No, and I'm not. I won't even say Chris Brown is of this generation, like of the new ones. Like, cause he said 16 to 25, right?
Right.
I can't give him that.
Who has it?
Daniel Caesar, way better than him.
I don't know, but
Brent Faiyaz, way better than him.
But in terms of lyrical content,
I would even put Sir ahead of him. And the reason I would do it is because Jacquees' biggest songs are not his original songs. They're all remixes.
What?
Yes.
What?
Bad, Twisted.
That's a remix?
Bet is a remix
From who?
from what's his name? Oh fuck, I'm blanking.
Jay
on his
Holiday?
name. Yeah. Bet is a remix. Twisted is a
No.
remix of LMA. All of his biggest songs are remixes.
I don't think Bet is a
it is.
I don't,
All
I,
of his biggest songs are remixes.
What about London? That's a dope ass record.
London is that might be original. But his biggest songs
You
are
and Your
remixes.
Bullshit. I rather you like you that record. You is a heavy record. That you never heard it?
I don't know that song.
You don't know that song, bruh? I don't know,
Hey, look,
man.
I'm not saying Jack Keys is bad. I feel like this is 3 weeks in a row now we're talking about.
I think it's
like I don't think he's bad. I do think he's talented. I don't think he is in the realm of king yet. Not even of this newest generation coming.
Oh no,
out.
not of ever. No.
Because to me, it's like he hasn't put anything out that I have played to the level that I played like a Black's album. Like East Atlanta Love Letter. I play that shit all the time. Like I fucking love that album.
What is it called?
Daniel
Fears.
Daniel Season's Fruitian.
I heard
sorry.
some of the song of that.
That album, front to back, I can listen to it anytime, right? So Jack Keys hasn't put anything out that has
His
me
EPs
like,
have been okay, and they've
yeah,
been,
but give me and considering how albums are today, 30 to 45 minutes.
right.
Give me that where I'm just like, I do one.
But I wasn't even
playthrough.
talking about his songs. I was talking about his tone. Like
No,
the vibe he
but that's what I'm
gives
saying.
is such an old school.
He's a good artist.
Yeah.
He can sing, like undeniable. He can sing. He's a good artist. But to call yourself king, you have to have some accolades to back that up. Right? Like when I look at the generations of people who can slot themselves as kings, as much as I don't like this guy, R. Kelly, 100%.
Is that a
R&B
question?
king.
Yeah.
After him, Usher, R&B king. After him, Chris Brown, R&B king. If we want to talk about like the top of generations, because that's 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, right? So if we're looking at less than 10 years now, I can't give that to Jack Keys. You haven't done enough for me to put you ahead of someone like Black, who has 2 studio albums right now, and both of them have been critically acclaimed. The first one has had accolades to put behind it. The second one, we'll see what happens with like Grammys coming up and all that stuff, so like Billboard Awards. We'll see what happens with East Atlanta Love Letter, but Black has something to his name.
No, I get that, but I feel like Black is so unique. He's in his own lane. I feel like out of all of them, Jackie's give me that old school reminiscent feel.
No,
That's why.
He does.
That's exactly why I say it.
And that's why I want to stress it. I'm not looking at Jack Keys like he's not talented.
Right.
Complete opposite. I think he's talented. I think he is in a position where he could literally be that fucking guy.
Right.
But he's not at a position yet where he can call himself
the way I
king.
should word it, I think he's the artist right now, R&B, that reminds me or give me the feel of early, like, nah.
Well, if you feel that way about him, I would definitely tell you to check out Brent Faiyaz. He literally, like, the way he sings, the music that he, like, the production that he has, it is straight up like late 90s, early 2000s R&B.
I have to. I mean, I need R&B is life.
Yeah. Like, check him out. And obviously, you know Daniel Caesar. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucking incredible.
There's another guy from L.A. Forgot his name.
Is it L.A.?
No, he's from L.A.
Because there is
He
a
was
guy
on
from
the 4.
Oh, shit. I'm so bad with names.
Oh, but he was there on the 4. Oh my
I'm
god.
so bad with names, but I know who you're talking about.
But he had released a couple of records this year too. That was some dope feeling.
But yeah, no, like I just like when I look at like that R&B conversation and like King of R&B, I mean like it's great that like I'm not mad at him for even doing it because yeah, like spark the conversation, get people like on their toes.
And I think he did that for in a way where it feels like it's gonna build like people like, yo, you really gonna claim that? I'm coming for your head.
The thing that bugged me about it was just the fact that I felt the older people should just let it happen.
Yeah, but I think it was misquoted because this all happened at the Soul Train Award with a conversation. Like there was an interview that he had with Oh my God, Keith Sweat, Tank.
Well, no, like the conversation of him being king of R&B happened before that. It was a TMZ cameraman who was like
Oh, okay.
backstage and saw Keith Sweat and was like, "Yeah, do you want to talk about like this whole king of R&B stuff?" He didn't even say Jackie's name. He was just like king of R&B stuff, and then Jackie's heard king of R&B and just like jumped into the conversation.
Right, but that happened at
that happened at the Soul Train.
Right.
But the conversation of like Jackie starting like I'm the king of R&B happened prior to that. Yeah, it was before that it happened.
It was. I don't know. It could be a beautiful next 5 years. Let's hopefully they all stay on track.
Look, the way I see it, the fact that he did this, it sparked conversation. It has, especially since he did it, it has a lot more people looking at R&B.
Right.
It's literally opportunity for any R&B artist right now, Jackie's included, to just put your shit out. And then you put it out, you say it's R&B, you let people know, yeah, R&B, like I'm an R&B artist, here's my EPs, here's my LPs, like everything, you throw it all out there. And then let the people understand, like, R&B is still alive and fucking well. Like, it's been going prominent for a while. And, and on top of that, like, there's a lot of R&B artists that don't get the shine that they deserve.
Right.
You know?
One of them is Tink. Yo.
Tank? Yeah, for sure.
Tink?
Yeah. Oh, the female artist.
The female artist.
Yeah.
Like, she needs to get her due.
Tink and Tank. Like, both of them.
I mean, Tank has his accolades. Yeah. And, he's been around for a long time.
Wish we could get another TGG, but...
Well, I don't know. Maybe Tyrese would stop crying soon.
Jenny Wise got to stay off the mollies, and Tyrese got to stop complaining.
Hey. And Tank got to remember that he's not 25. He's out here acting like he's 25.
But he's the best singer out of all three. If we're being realistic, he has the best voice of all three.
I think he's the best writer of all three.
Definitely the best
by
writer,
far.
but if we're talking vocals, Tank has... And like...
But I mean, I'm so...
I will stand Genuine till I die. Like, stand like no fucking other, but Tank has the best vocals of all of them.
I would have to say so. I mean, Tyrese to me that is not even a singer. It's like weird when I hear him sing and I'm like, yo, this is actually good.
Yeah, because we're used to him acting.
Yeah, or doing some like
we're used to we're used to him acting or the antics, but yeah, the dude can fucking sing.
He can really sing.
Like he can fucking get his bars off. But yeah, like when I look at those three, like if we look at the vocals, like just who's got the voice?
Range and all that. Yeah,
it's Tank. Like without
down.
a doubt, man.
Hands down.
Yeah.
But it'll be dope to see another album from them.
Praying.
The last album was fire.
All right. Outside of R&B, what about the raps? You mentioned Drake before. Drake and Pusha-T.
I think that was... I mean, it is what it is.
I feel like it was just a bunch of misunderstandings that got overblown because nobody wants to pick up the phone and call each other.
No, I think honestly, it's... If we were to go with what was said, because you had Drake on one hand on the LeBron barbershop conversation saying that, Kanye set him up and did all that. And then you have Pusha on Joe Budden saying, well, bro, Kanye didn't tell me nothing. This came from
40.
40's mouth from some girl he's sleeping with. Like, who do I believe? It's not even a concept of believe. I think what really happened, I think Pusha T, for one, benefited greatly from that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But also, too, it shows that Drake could withstand a fight and still rise above it.
Withstand?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he got his ass whooped, bro. If I was to be honest.
Well, yeah, okay, I will.
Like, he got manhandled, but he still kept face and kept pushing and still delivered great music.
Yeah, I was going to say there really wasn't much of a fight because
but he got whooped. Yeah, he got whooped.
But no, I get what you mean. Yeah.
I mean, this could have been a 50 Ja Rule situation.
Oh, could have been.
But Drake is too great for that.
Well, I think Drake has an amazing team. I think that's what it is. Because Drake, especially with Pusha putting out Story of Adidon and Pusha just pretty much airing out all the dirty laundry. Putting it all out.
Really
and
dirty laundry.
The funny thing is, like, the whole, like, him having a child thing, like, I knew about that from time because I seen the tweet that the woman put out.
Right.
Where she was like, he's a deadbeat dad and he doesn't see his child and like, I had seen all that shit already. So to me, it wasn't news.
Right.
But the fact that I feel like I was a bit more naive in the fact that I didn't realize how many people didn't know about it.
Right.
So the fact that he did that and essentially shut down the Adidas line
Right.
that Drake was going to be putting out, that his child was going to be featured on, which, say what you want about Pusha T, for him to shut down Drake and Adidas from putting out merch, that's fucking big. Like, you got to think of like the celebrity of Drake and the status of Adidas.
I don't think he shut that down. I think
Where is it? It was supposed to come out in the summer.
right. I think what happened, I think Drake probably stopped that. I would never give Pusha that level of credit.
But that's what it is.
But
If
Pusha,
Drake stopped it, that means it's because of what Pusha did. Because remember, Daytona came out in May.
right.
If I'm not mistaken, the Adidas
Scorpion.
line that added on,
Right.
which was going to be linked to his child, where he made the big reveal that he had a son, was supposed to happen in either June or July.
Right.
So this track comes out, he blows up the whole deal. He blows up the fact that he has a kid. So reveal's done. Everybody knows about Adidon now.
Right.
Like, all this shit is pretty much out there,
Right.
and we never get Adidon.
You really think that line's closed down, bro?
Explain it.
I personally believe
Like,
it will make
what
more,
are the other links?
it will make more sense for him not to bring it out, let it die out a bit. And I mean, even him bonding with his child, let him bond with his child, and watch it drop in April of 2019.
Look, if it drops, it drops. But the fact that it's delayed, that's Pusha T.
Well, I mean, of course. Well, I don't say it's Pusha T. I think it's the whole beef.
It's Pusha. That would be Pusha T.
I'm not giving credit to Pusha T for that.
You don't have to give him credit or not, but
No.
the fact is, he literally said everything was happening.
I think
He said it. He blew it up.
I think even if it was even if it was not mentioned, I don't think it was the light that Drake wanted to bring that out.
Oh, of course not.
So whether he had mentioned it or not, I think the fact that they got into this controversy.
But even you saying that, that's not the light that Drake wanted it to have when he put it out. That is the effect of what Pusha T's track did.
No. I'm just saying, even if Pusha T didn't go as far as exposing all of that, like his child and whatnot, I think Drake still wouldn't have put it out because that whole summer was just.
Oh no, I disagree.
Was a whole mess.
That was that was Drake's summer to own. If you don't remember, Nice for What came out, God's Plan came out, the whole him turning into like the nice guy image was happening. Everything was lining up to that release. Everything.
But
then
the beef
Daytona
happened. The beef happened.
Yes.
Which I also think Pusha T really.
It was perfect timing.
Pusha T really took the best shot ever. That was the most clutch.
He threw a wrench in the cogs. Like,
yeah.
That is the perfect example of throwing a wrench in the cogs.
But, I mean, Pusha could do all he wants. He's never going to be as big as Drake.
No, but even with that, people look at it as Push trying to be that status, but Push doesn't need to be that status because where Push is and where Push has always been is his business deal. He's the one who made the I'm loving it
McDonald's jingle, yeah.
Jingle for McDonald's. Like, he has deals with Adidas. He's the president of Good Music. Like, everything he's doing.
Isn't he behind Pepsi or Coke, one of them too? He has a deal with one of them.
Possibly one of them as well. But like, he's done so much behind the scenes with his ability to rap, his ability to just create
the play clothing line.
That as well. Like, he doesn't need to be in that position of I'm the celebrity you see every single day.
Right.
And I'm the guy that you revere. Like, that's never been his position. Even when Clips were like top of the world, that's never been his position. So the idea that he's trying to compete for position with Drake, it's void, which is why this happened to Drake. You know, Drake looked at it like the same way he looked at his beef with Meek Mill. We knew Meek was in that spot where he was like, I'm trying to climb the ladder and be the man. So for him to go at Drake was him trying to like take over the person who is the man. That wasn't Pusha T.
Hey, I'm just saying, if there is a secret unreleased track, I would love to hear it.
You'll drop that shit.
I hope that shit get leaked. I mean, I hope 40 and him get into a beef, and 40's like, you know what? I'm leaking this shit.
Leak it all. All right, Nicki and Cardi.
The most tackiest thing ever.
The tackiest, but definitely to me the most entertaining.
Definitely not.
Dude, we got a gala showdown where heels were thrown.
And
there was a lump on the forehead.
There's nothing glorious about that.
I didn't say glorious. I said entertaining.
There's nothing entertaining about two people acting barbaric.
What? Have you ever seen the UFC?
You know, I'm not.
Have you ever watched boxing? Like, come on.
No, but I mean, boxing. There's a place. That's a space for it. UFC has a space for it. To act ratchet and ghetto is at a gala.
Well, I'm not gonna say ratchet and ghetto.
That is ratchet.
Nicki Minaj said it was on site.
I agree, but there's a time and place for everything.
Yeah, on site.
That was not gonna be an on-site situation.
Don't say it's on site if you ain't about that life,
bro. At a gala, you think Nicki was gonna run up on her?
It's like claiming a set when you're not really gangster. Shout out to 6ix9ine.
Well, I don't know 6ix9ine, so I don't know if he's gangster or not.
I'm just saying.
I just think it was
don't say things you can't back up,
bro. I'm not saying Nicki's right. I'm just saying there's a time and place for everything, and that was the worst place for them to put on display that type of unprofessional behavior. That's all.
I will say in Cardi B's defense,
I don't think Cardi B's wrong though.
I'm saying in Cardi B's defense, if you are literally online liking people's tweets and comments about them saying "fuck my child" and "I ain't shit" and like every basically negative, derogatory comment directed towards me, you're retweeting or liking, and then when I call you out on it, you say, yo, whatever, it's on site on your podcast. All right, if that's the energy you want to project to me, that's the energy I'm going to give back to you. Because as far as I'm concerned, I came to you being like, yo, what you're doing is disrespectful, and I don't appreciate that. I don't respect it.
Again, I agree 110%. Do I think Cardi's in the wrong? No. I just think it was a poor display of class to have that type of behavior at such an event. That's all.
Such an event.
Bro, if this happened at a barbershop...
Do you know what happens at New York Fashion Week?
I'm just saying. This happened, at a bodega, it would have been funny as hell.
Okay. Considering, like, I have a little bit of, like...
ratchetness in you? Yes.
No. Insider, because I have a friend who's actually been a part of, like, New York Fashion Week, like, done the runways and everything. That's not the first time fights have broken out.
Clearly not.
People go there doing
all sorts of
copious amounts of drugs.
Absolutely. I know that.
You know, like, the fact that, like, this is actually, like, one of the first times in God knows how long that, like, it was two black people that got into a fight compared to the amount of times white people, designers, models, etc., celebrities have been going at it. And they have been publicized as well when they've been going at it at these fashion shows. To call it ghetto and ratchet, no. It's typical shit that happens at the fashion weeks.
Bro, I'm just saying, in my opinion, for them to choose, like, for that occasion to be where that was displayed, I think it's a poor taste. That's my opinion.
No, I could agree with that. It could be seen as poor taste, but don't say it's on site if you're not really about it being on site.
Bro, if it was on site, I get it. You want to tell me this was the first time they crossed paths?
It must have been because, come on, everything we know about the world today.
Bro, if I tell you it's on site, okay, let me tell you this. If I tell you it's on site.
Don't ever tell me it's on site.
Bro, if I tell you it's on site and we're at your
I know you don't throw hands, Jamali. You ain't been outside.
You don't want to catch one. That's what you should learn about. Catch one of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to catch me outside?
Yeah, trust me.
How about that?
Yeah. You don't want to catch one.
Was that 2018?
No, obviously
2017?
2016, bro, or 15.
2 years?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Jesus, Dr.
She's
Phil.
legal now.
Oh, relax.
No, I'm just saying.
You knew that very...
Clearly not. Anyways, I believe she's legal. But anyways, if I tell you it's on site and we're at your niece's graduation, and I'm minding my business, I'm going my own way, you're gonna come out of your way to attack me?
If you say it's on site,
I'm asking you a question.
I'm answering. If you say it's on site, it's on site.
So you would come out of your way. I'm in my own lane. You're in your own lane.
Oh, I'm coming out.
Wow.
Especially if you were disrespecting my child. I got time.
I think there's a time.
I got time today.
There's time and place for those type of things.
Oh yeah, the time and place is on site right now, as you said. I see you, you see me. It's on site. Let's go. There's certain things you don't say if you're not about it. It's like, look, we see all these like young rappers now, right now. Look, Tory Lanez just said it to Royce the 5'9", suck my dick. You gotta understand, man. There's certain things you don't say unless you're really ready to be about that action.
You can't go to Detroit no more?
Look, I don't know what Tory Lanez can or can't do, but there's, like, for our generation, if someone were to go to you and be like, yo, suck my dick, that's fighting words. We don't got to talk anymore. I know where your energy's at. But these young kids are throwing it around like it's nothing, but you said it's the wrong person. Maybe, what, 2 years, 3 years younger than us? I don't think he's the same age as us.
He can't be that far behind. He's over 25.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he's in his 30s yet either.
So maybe he's serious.
And I'm not going to research it.
But why did he say that to Royce the 5'9"? What did Royce the 5'9" do?
He apparently, well, Royce said that Joyner Lucas won the battle between Tory Lanez and Joyner Lucas, and Tory took offense to that and was like, yo, these old people don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and basically took shots at him on Twitter. And then basically Royce was just like, yo, honestly, like, you don't want these fucking problems, just keep it to yourself. Like, I just said my opinion, that's it. And Tory's like, yo, that's what's wrong with these fucking old heads. He was like dissing him, calling him like Royce 5'7" or some shit, like Rolls 5'7". And it was like, yo, suck my dick. I don't care what you think. And but it's like, yo, there are people you don't do that shit with.
I mean, I don't. Royce is no threat.
I mean, you can.
They're not gonna get. Royce is not gonna waste bars on Tory Lanez.
No, he's not gonna waste bars. I don't think he's gonna waste bars at all. And I'll leave it at that.
I don't think it's gonna get to anything physical either. That's factual. It's not gonna. Tory Lanez not gonna put his.
Some good vino. Some good vino.
Tory Lanez not gonna put himself in Royce's way.
Well, all I'm gonna say is there aren't a lot of people, and like we've seen a lot of people have rap beef with Royce, but there aren't a lot of people who make outright threats.
Not a threat.
Dude, you say suck my dick? I'm sorry, man.
Bro, he typed it over a fucking tweet.
Don't matter.
I'm sure Roy's not even sweating that. Roy's probably laughed at that.
Oh, I'm sure he laughed at it because he knows he got people that can handle it for him.
Yeah, it's whatever. I think if you're gonna go after Tory Lanez for saying that,
I'll look at it like this. You're making the same, like you're looking at it the same way a lot of people looked at the shit that like 6ix9ine was doing, where 6ix9ine was doing his internet antics and
no, but 6ix9ine.
Wait. 6ix9ine was doing his internet antics. He was being a troll. He was doing this, doing that, threatening people, starting beefs. And I had many of my boys who were just like, yeah, no one's touched him yet. No one's done anything yet. And the one thing I said is, you never go after someone like that while the spotlight's still on them. You wait. And what did we find out? His own fucking people, when the light was starting to dim on him a bit, he was getting away from the controversies and was just really focusing on his music with the album coming out, that they were going to fucking kill him. His own fucking people. And on top of that, the feds were on his ass. So, with this, no, I wouldn't do anything now. Why would I do it now when it's still on people's minds? It's still on people's tongues. You wait till the lights dim a bit. You wait till, oh, your album's out? Cool. Go on your little tour. You're going to have a stop that I know people in. And that's what I'm going to get you. And that's how it goes down.
I don't think it's gonna happen like that.
The smartest people are patient.
Bro, of course. But the whole point that what is Royce gonna gain from attacking him or dealing with him? What is he gonna gain?
It's not even a matter of gain. It's a matter of principle. And that's the difference.
Just like principle, don't put your fucking feet next to me. It's principle.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's
Y'all
principle.
put it on your fucking leg. I don't give a fuck.
Bro, don't put your feet on my feet, bro. We have a
Don't
problem.
put my feet. Yo, you want to go?
Trust me. It will be right here, right now.
You want to tell you something?
It will be right here, right now.
Oh, man.
They would have this whole thing couldn't be uploaded to YouTube. It would be most shocking. That's where they would.
Yeah,
have to
people don't need to see a murder, and
that's where they would have. That's where Tyler would have.
I
to
know you ain't got no
shit.
hands.
It would be most shocking. It will be most shocking. That's where they'll have to upload this shit, not YouTube.
Most shock. Live leak.
Huh?
Live leak.
Lively, whatever. It will be literally that.
But you don't go outside. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Keep thinking that. Keep thinking that. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
What's next?
Well, we did the music thing.
Did a bit of it.
There's not much of this.
Well, what's your album of the year?
Meek. No.
What, championships? Already? Already?
Nipsey.
Yo, I don't know about that, bro.
I think it would have to. It's Nipsey for sure.
I will say this though. This Meek Mill album, Championship, is my favorite. It's my favorite Meek album. And like I went back and listened to like his other albums. Dreams and Nightmares is number 2 for me.
444 came out this year.
Dude. A lot of good shit came out. Victory Lap,
yeah,
Redemption
Victory Lap.
by J-Rock.
Yeah.
A lot of good shit came out. November by Sir. Like, yo, if we're looking at R&B, fuck. Dude, Alina Baraz came out this year. Bro, there's a lot of fucking music that came out this year.
Album of the year for me.
Dude, Georgia Smith came out this year.
Yep.
Where do you begin? Where do you begin?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Victory Lap for me is the most significant one because of the hype for years. That was, you knew what he kept talking about it. Like, we're gonna do the marathon.
Like, we were waiting because like there was a lot of pushbacks.
Right.
But then on top of that, he was setting up ever since Marathon.
Right.
You know, and like this was gonna be the one that's like kind of caps it off. So
Right.
yeah, no, I love Victory Lap.
Victory Lap, I think, is a great body of work. Oh man, even Drake's album wasn't that bad either.
It wasn't bad, but I don't think it has the playthrough.
No.
Because like the one thing about it that bothered me was on the first playthrough, yeah. I knew which songs I was skipping. And like to me, like if that happens, I already know where I stand on it. Whereas like an album like J-Rock's Redemption,
right?
I listened to it front to back, and I was just like, all right, start it over again. You know, like in no skips.
I'm trying to
just straight up like dope. KOD by J. Cole, amazing. DiCaprio 2 by JID, which came out I think in September. Yeah. Amazing. Like there's certain artists. Oh fuck. Lupe Fiasco, Drogas Waves.
I didn't listen to that.
Dude, it's an hour and a half of just. Look, if we want to talk about people who are lyrical and.
Oh, for sure.
I don't care how long you sit down with a pen and a paper, you will just never think of anything the way this person does. Lupe Fiasco's Drogas Wave is that.
I really, he's one up there. He's up there when it comes to lyrical.
Yeah. Like there were a lot. Like there's so many albums that I'm just forgetting. So many albums. Like it's just too many.
The D Block album too came out.
D Block came out. Styles P had 2 albums come out this year.
Yeah.
Like come on, man. Like where do you begin? Like where do you start with like album of the year? You just, like to me, like on the article that I wrote, I chose November by Sir just because it came out in January. And for it to come out in January with all the music that came out and I'm still listening to it, I felt like that says something about an album. That says a lot about an album.
I know it wasn't an album, but Freddie versus Jason was another crazy joint.
That was good as well.
And
Freddie Gibbs had his album Freddie come out. Plus, he had another one with was it an album or? Well, yeah. No, these days it's either EPs or albums.
And then you also
He
have
had an album with Currency come out.
Dave East and Style Speed.
Beloved.
That was an album or a mixtape?
It was an album. It was an album.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, these days it's either albums or EPs. There's no more mixtapes, man. It's all because of all streaming. There's no more mixtapes.
There shouldn't be.
But yeah, Beloved was fucking amazing.
Belly with Emigrant.
Where do you begin?
I don't know. I can't pick one.
Begin?
I really can't. I just could say 2018 was a great year.
It was a great year.
Everybody had great body of work.
21.
Huh?
He just put out his album, 21 Savage.
I haven't heard it yet.
I am. It's fucking sick.
Not my thing.
My thing. I fucks with 21 Savage heavy.
My top 5. I think I would go top 5. It would have to be in no order. Victory Lap. Champion's gonna have to be there. 444. Beloved.
One more.
Man.
More.
I'll give it to Belly.
Belly.
Emigrant. I think those are 5 great albums that really curve the way, this year went for me.
I got a top 5 albums. I'm going to start with J-Rock's Redemption. Definitely giving it to November by Sir. Throwing Nipsey. Georgia Smith's Lost and Found. I fucking kill that album. Oof. Honestly, I could fill this last spot with so many of them, but I'm going to give it to Black East Atlanta Love Letter.
Tiana Taylor. Oh.
That's some, dude.
Oh, my God.
If I really sat down, I can make 20 top 5s.
Yeah.
If I really wanted to. And in those 20 top 5s, it would just be 5 different albums. It wouldn't even be the same ones. I could do that.
What I'm happy for this year, too, UK music, because I've been following for quite some time. Boy, these guys are going off.
What?
They're going off from Chippy to you have Skepta been going off. Crepton Conan had a great year. Youngin had a great year. Ella May had a great year. Lady Leisure had a great year. Malik Berry had a great year. Stormzy had a great year. Section Boys, everybody's doing great.
Ella May. Is it Malaya? Because I'm horrible with names.
The one who's on Pour Me Another One out with Crepton Conan?
Yeah.
Is it Malaya? No. Tabitha. There's Tabitha too, that white girl. She could
it's not. She's good.
Yeah.
No, it's not her.
How did I forget Steph London?
Oh my God, I'm forgetting the girl's name. I gotta run in my Spotify to. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But when it comes to UK artists, especially UK R&B, my God, my God, there's too
James
fucking
Arthur.
much. There's too much that came out.
Oh yeah, there's too much. I mean, it's crazy.
We haven't even got to the movies and TVs yet. We're just on music.
Oh yeah, we gotta wrap this up.
No, honestly, man, wait, how long have the minutes on us? An hour? Shit.
What?
We just been talking music the whole time. Fuck. Yeah, man, there's been a lot. A lot of good.
Yeah, I think we should move on.
Movie of the year. Take a quick time out because I got the worst bladder in the world. I also drank a whole bottle of wine. So.
I think your grandfather have a better bladder than you do.
No, his actually is worse than mine. I promise you. Okay, guys, we're back. For you, it was 2 seconds. For us, it was about 45 minutes.
Terrible. It's what happens when you work with people with weak bladders.
not weak bladders. I drink about 2 gallons of water daily.
Yeah, whatever.
And on top of that, I've been drinking alcohol while I've been here. So yes, I'm gonna piss a lot. Fact.
All right, so let's move on to sports 2018
Sports
highlights. Yeah, go ahead.
Number 1 story.
France.
Let's give it up to Tyler's Browns, boy.
Not at all.
They went from winning 0 games to
500.
Show them some respect.
Oh,
Woo! Hey, relax. Okay.
anyways,
You get a little bit too much dip on your chip right there, buddy.
he whooped your ass last week.
Yo, you know
2
what?
weeks ago.
I had like
The game you said to Tyler count as your loss, and he
I did
won that.
say that. But you know what? I looked at it like, for me, it pained me in 2 ways. In one way, it pained me because I'm like, my team is just, they're downplaying towards competition. When they play against a better team, they want to play better. When they're playing against teams that they feel they should win against, they feel like shit.
So you're saying Tyler's win was a charity case?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying his Browns came out to fucking play and my boys didn't. That's what I'm saying. But with that win, the Browns got 6 wins. And in the beginning of this season, I told Jason, and I can't remember if I said it on a podcast or if it was just when we were in my basement chilling. I said the Browns this year will get 6 wins at the very least. I said that.
So how are they a 500 to level team?
Yeah. They have a tie as well.
Uh,
So beating us, they got 6. Beating the next team, they got 7. So 7-7-1. Which I want to take some credit for that. I called it. And I called it the second they got Baker Mayfield. I said this is going to be, at the very least, a 6-win team coming from 0 wins to 6 wins.
all right.
1-6-1 is when Tyler started following them. So, Browns fans out there, you got to give Tyler some credit. Ever since he started cheering for you guys, you turned the fucking table. But you know what? I will say this, man. It's fun watching the Browns. And I never thought it'd be fun watching the Browns.
Football's over for me, so it's okay.
Yeah, because your Giants suck.
Until Super Bowl.
Until shut the fuck up. How? Yeah, there you go.
No, I'm not saying whoever goes to the Super Bowl, I'll watch it. I don't really give a shit.
Look, I love football. I watch football all the
Anyways,
time.
that's not the highlight. The biggest highlight was France winning
Wow,
the
what
World
a
Cup.
hater! What a hater!
France winning the World Cup in Russia.
Oh, we're talking footy.
Yes.
N'Golo Kante, N'Golo Kante,
That to me was the
N'Golo
highlight.
Kante, N'Golo Kante.
That was the highlight of the year for sports.
Yes,
Les Bleus. They kicked ass.
dude, you can never go bad with the World Cup. You can never go bad when France has a majority black team and wins the World Cup.
What was the average age on that team?
Chelsea's greatest defender, N'Golo Kante, shutting down Argentina's phenom. Say it for me. Say it for me.
I'm not saying it's
Say
too
his name.
messy.
Say his name.
It's too messy. I can't say it.
Is it too messy?
I can't
It's
say
so messy. It's so messy.
it. Biggest disappointed in the World Cup, obviously Brazil. But you got to give it to France.
Not surprised. Not surprised.
Not surprised either.
Look, you got to look at, it's the changing of the guard situation where like all the young teams who've been playing together for a while, like Belgium, playing together for a while, a lot of young guys. You got De Bruyne there, you got Hazard there, you got Lukaku there. Like
Right.
when they play together, dominant. And on top of that, when you look at France, whether it's Griezmann, Pogba, Conte, like you go down the list of what France had, and it's borderline unfair.
My only thing with France, and this is obviously personal, I would have just liked Benzema, even if he was going to sit on the bench.
Dude, he's too old.
No, but I just wanted him to get a World
And
Cup.
When World Cup started, me and you had a conversation about this, and you were saying, yo, Benzema should be there. Like, doesn't make
should
sense.
have been.
And I was looking at it, and I told you the same thing. They want a younger team, a younger core who can run pace, and they can push teams with the press and force them into making bad decisions because they can't keep up. And that's exactly why they won. France just had a team that,
It was.
tactically speaking,
Yeah.
dominant. But on top of that, if the tactics go out the window and we're just playing finesse ball, we're all young, fresh legs. It's all young guys. I think the oldest player was 28 years old or 29 years old. Like, it's all young guys, very fast, very mobile. We're going to go out there and we're just going to run with you. And if you can't run with us, guess what?
We're going to beat you.
We're going to beat you. And that's what France did, man. They did it to a T. It was perfect. Because, look, Germany coming in, like, we know Germany's always like the tactical powerhouse. But they're a tactical powerhouse with a bunch of old men.
Old men, yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, if all your guys are in their 30s, you're going to realize these young dudes are just going to look at you like you're a joke. They're going to run by you. They're going to run circles around you. Like, there's nothing you're going to do, man.
That's the highlight. What else? You want the best movie of the year?
We're jumping. We're not even going to talk about basketball at all?
Oh.
Like, yo, we're talking sports right now, man.
I mean, I think that was the
like, we gave football a lickle, but you know what? Going back to football, let's talk about some MVPs. Patrick Mahomes. Look, as a Broncos fan, I don't want to give any nods to Chiefs. I never do. But Patrick Mahomes deserves his fucking flowers right here, right now. He does.
Next.
What do you mean next?
Bro, I don't want to talk football.
Look, it's a wrap-up, man. Your team ain't making playoffs. My team ain't making playoffs.
But
so let's just talk about it.
Well, we should just talk about the Super Bowl.
No.
No.
Let's talk about Todd Gurley being fucking phenomenal. Let's talk about Patrick Mahomes going out there and being a fucking terror on the fucking field. Let's talk about Drew Brees turning back the fucking clock and looking like Drew Brees of 2001. Like, let's fucking talk about it, man. Let's fucking go there before we jump into basketball. Since he brought me to World Cup, and you know I love me some footy. I love me some footy. But let's give it up to them, man. Like, who's your MVP, man? Do you think it's Brees? Do you think it's Mahomes? I need you to answer.
I think I'll give it to Brees.
Over Mahomes?
Yeah. Do you know how hard it is for you to go back to play with the same tempo, the same energy as you get older? It's harder. Mahomes young.
It is
fresh
harder,
out.
But Mahomes is this week could break 50 touchdowns, which there's only two other quarterbacks who've done that. Peyton Manning and Tom Brady.
I understand that.
Two of the best who've ever done it. Plus,
right,
he can also break 5,000 yards, which Drew Brees is a good 1,000 away from, if I'm not mistaken.
I give you all of that. But Drew's been in the league now going on what? 17 years?
About that,
years?
yeah. About that.
Play like, let Mahomes play like that 17 years from now.
No, granted, but I can't ignore a guy who has
of course it's great accomplishment.
10 more touchdowns than Drew Brees, and on top of that, 1,000 more yards than Drew Brees. That's hard to ignore.
I mean, you're not convincing me.
I'm not convincing you with a guy who has 10 more touchdowns and 1,000 more yards passing.
I'm not impressed. I'm impressed by that, yes, but I think to watch the way Drew Brees has kept his composure and has performed when no one, I wouldn't even, like, 5 years ago, I thought he would be retired by now.
Not me. And that's not to say that, like, right now, I'm
after they won
not shocked he's playing, but I don't think 5 years ago he would have been retired. Absolutely not. Like, he wasn't injury prone. Like, there were nothing of that type. But
I thought he was gonna, like, when they won the Super Bowl 5 years ago. No,
they won the Super Bowl early 2000. If I'm not mistaken, it was 2001 or 2002. Like, it was early.
No, they won after that with Shockey.
Wait, what fucking year was that? I might have my years messed up, which is completely...
The one after they got rid of Reggie Bush.
I've messed up my years a lot. Yeah, I was like 10 years off. 2010.
Right.
I knew there was a 1 in there. I knew there was a 1.
Anyways.
I don't remember
But
shit.
I'm just saying, I feel like
Plus, we don't do research.
I'm saying after that, I thought he might have like said, you know what, like let me put it up. Like I mean,
After 2010?
no, like 5 years from 2010. Like I thought
2015?
15, 16, he would have been like, yo. I thought
Dude,
it would
if
have been.
Tom Brady's still going at 40 years old.
Yeah, but Manning isn't. You know,
Peyton? Yeah, Peyton also had 2 neck surgeries that should have ended his career.
but I'm just saying, like, I get
So
it.
for Peyton, yeah, I get why. Plus, when he was playing for the Broncos, the year he won and decided to retire, he was having issues feeling his fingertips while he was playing. Plus, he had an ankle injury that was fucking him up. Plus, he had a lower back injury. So the fact that he was even able to go out there and quarterback at any caliber was incredible. Let alone finishing a full fucking season and winning the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 50, by the way, with the Denver Broncos. My team. In case you didn't know.
But I mean, I personally, I would give it to Joe Brees.
You shut your mouth, Tyler. You shut your mouth. That's why you don't have a mic.
I mean, I'm impressed with Chubbs. If you're looking at rookies, I like how Chubb played.
Love me
Bradley Chubb played very
Chubb.
well. I like, I've been following him since college. And obviously Saquon, the guy.
Honest to God, I would watch Giants games just to see Saquon Barkley. And I know these last couple of weeks you guys have lowered his workload just because you know you're not winning anything. So you're at a point where it's just like, let's get a better draft position. But yeah, man, Saquon Barkley is... I know a lot of people have their feelings about you guys should have drafted a quarterback.
Yeah.
But I still feel like when you have a talent like Saquon Barkley that's on the board, you cannot like sacrifice it. Fuck it. You'll get your quarterback next year, or you hope the quarterback you have does the job. But a guy like Saquon Barkley, you cannot say no to.
No.
Like you can't. You just can't. Man.
I think it was a smart move. I don't care what anybody says.
No, I completely agree because look, you have your wide receiver.
Yep.
You have Odell Beckham Jr. That's your wide receiver
for a while.
Now you have your running back.
Yep.
Your defense is good. Like say what you want. The defense is good. The offense has always been your problem.
Yep.
Because the offense can't get down the field, so they're giving the opposing team's offense short field advantage. The defense will go out there and do their fucking best, but at the end of the day, it's like if that opposing team only has to work with 30, 40, 50 yards.
And for them to
what are we
play
going against, you know?
defensively that great, losing Pierre-Paul.
Yeah.
And,
losing a lot of guys on your defensive line, losing a few linebackers as well.
Yeah.
And then to go out there and the majority of our games aren't breaking like for both teams combined.
Yeah, we didn't lose by blowouts and get
like
manhandled.
both teams combined, if you broke 30, that was a high scoring game, which doesn't happen often for you guys. So that says a lot about your defense.
I know. I'm not, I'm not Jason. I'm not here, wishing about something that will
Shout out
never
to
happen.
Jason who couldn't make it tonight.
I know this is a rebuilding phase for the Giants, and they have, 3 things working for them right now.
Yeah.
So if we could get a good QB in there, I mean, Eli did his thing already. It's done. Some better linemen on the O-line.
Do what you got to do, man.
We're going to win another one.
Okay, relax.
If we could... 2020 could
the
be
Browns are in town. Fuck it.
Let's see how long that lasts.
You know what? Let's just say like our one last main highlight of the year.
LeBron going to the Lakers.
Good for him. If I were to say anything for LeBron, it would have been LeBron creating the school. I feel like that was bigger and more important than him going to LA.
That will just be like the whole Nike commercial. Then, there's always...
He created a school that is focused towards helping underprivileged kids who have difficulties learning have a space where they can be
But that's not
treated
sports.
and help. No, I just said in general, like 2018 highlight. Did I say sports?
Yeah, you said sports. That's
My
why.
bad then. My bad. Just 2018 general.
General highlight.
Yeah. Because let's wrap it up. Because we've been. What's the minutes on this? Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Highlights of the year.
I'm like bobbing my head to the music, but they can't hear it.
I don't even know where to start.
There's been so many. Like, there's so many things that have happened this year. Like, how do you pick one thing that was, like, just grandiose? My goodness. Don't think too hard, bro.
I can't think about anything. I mean, it has to revolve around Jay-Z and them raising $10 billion for...
10 billion?
Yeah,
it was that much?
How much did they raise? The On the Run tour raised $10 billion for...
Holy shit.
What was that? What's the cause again? I keep forgetting.
I don't know.
But some...
I didn't know they raised that much. 10 billion is a fucking high number.
I think it's something like that. Yeah, I'll check, but I'm sure.
I feel like it's safer to say million.
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not...
Because 10 billion is...
put some respect on Hove's
No,
ability.
I am, but 10 billion? Do you understand how much 10 billion is? That's a fucking number and a half. Is what? Oh, $10 billion? Suck all the dicks. I'll suck a bag of dicks for 10 million. That's a conversation you guys weren't privy to.
That's Matthew's thing, bro.
We all have a number. We all have a number. That's all I'm going to say. But for 10 billion with a B, it's a bag of them things.
This is nauseating.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, my highlight of the year. Fuck. I don't want to be cheesy and say, this podcast getting to this point, like it was so great. But, because no, my highlight was not this podcast. No, sorry, guys. I think my highlight was just like coming to that place with my family where a lot of our decisions were more progressive over just plateauish, where we just understood that a lot of things we were doing needed to change, and a lot of things that we thought were okay weren't, and just getting to that point of just understanding that mentally, physically, emotionally, we needed to get to a point where we were just pushing forward and looking for what was next, not just for ourselves, but for like the next generation coming up. Like I talk about my nieces all the time, my little cousins, and just making sure that all the decisions we were making were towards making sure not just ourselves were good, but they were good as well. And I feel like that was probably the highlight for me, because a lot of the things that I was keeping to myself, I was able to let out and let be known, and it wasn't just shut down, it was reciprocated, it was understood, and we built on top of it, and we started pushing forward in a way that was very positive. So I say all that to ultimately say, if there's things that are on your mind, and I know the holiday season is a time where it's a lot of joy, it's a lot of happiness with family, friends, loved ones, you're making your connections, but at the same time, it can be very fucking hard for people because they see everybody having those connections, but for themselves, for certain individuals, they don't have that, or they feel they don't have that. There's no better time than now to get to that position and that point where you just, the way you feel, the things you're feeling, the ideas you have, the expressions you need to be put forth, you let them be known. And you gotta let them be known because one, is going to be a weight off your shoulders and off your chest, but on top of that, you can't make any complaints about the way things are going unless you're letting it be known the way you feel about things. And from what I've said today, what Jamali said today, like, we've been in our position where we enjoy the lives we have. We love the path that we're on, and we know where our future is heading towards because we've had those difficult conversations. We've had those moments where we've looked at the people that are closest to us and said, where's this going? What do you want? This is what I want. And like, we've had those difficult conversations. And sometimes we look at them as it's hard to do. We don't know how to begin them. We don't know where they're going to lead. But the fear of the unknown and the fear of taking that first step should not be stronger than your will and your ambition and your ability to just go for it. So this whole rant is essentially me saying, leading into 2019, it's December 31st. If you're listening to this as it came out, maybe it's a couple days later and you're already in 2019. Let's take those steps towards making sure the way we feel, the way we see things, the way we want things to progress, we don't just keep to ourselves. We push it forward. We let the people that we know, we love, that we cherish, and we hold closely know the way we feel. So that way, we start taking those steps towards progressing ourselves, progressing our lives, and the lives of people that are in our lives, and getting towards the goals that we feel we can accomplish. Anything you want to add on that, Jamali?
No, not really. I think you said what you have to say.
I just did too.
I just think, whatever it is your fear is, just try to overcome it. And, set expectations that are realistic. You set smart goals, that's just how I look at it.
Make a game plan.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So should we close this out for the final time in 2018?
Yep.
All right, let's do it, man.
Love is love. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of the Don't Be Mad podcast. As always, you can find us on Facebook, Don't Be Mad Podcast. You can find us on Twitter and on Instagram at Don't Be Mad Pod. You can find myself on Twitter and on Instagram at LeftyLucky_. You can find my boy, Jamali. Say you're at.
No, it's cool, man. You don't know what it is. You don't know it. If you don't know, you don't
is
know
it. Is it Jace? Yo, because you changed it like 3 fucking times, man.
Hey.
I know on Twitter you're like, no, on Instagram. No. Yeah, on Instagram you're J Staples 514.
Yep.
All right, I got it right. And on Twitter,
yeah,
you're at J Bucks.
There you go.
But J Bucks is spelled JAEBUCKZ. 2 C's. I was close. Dude, motherfucker, I be knowing things.
I was referring to you when I said if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, I know. I know you were talking to me.
I wasn't referring to you. I was talking to the audience.
Oh no. Well, now the audience knows. And as always, guys, tell your friends, tell your family, and tell your pets to listen and share the Don't Be Mad podcast. Thank you so much for a great year. Another great year is on the way. Peace. We love you.